to Reality Tea Times 2, a podcast where I discuss all the trash reality TV we love to hate. I'm Tanika, and today we are going to be discussing MILF Manor. So we're going to do some hot goss in this episode. So let's get into it. First thing. So Katie Thurston is currently dating a new man's who is a comedian. His name is Jeff Curry, and she has revealed this on Instagram on June 14th. She said, quote, "Safe to say he's making it to hometowns next week." Referencing obviously Bachelor. The post featured two photos, one showing the couple kissing and the other posing for black and white photo booth pics. She also shared a video to her Instagram story of the two of them kissing and posing for a photo on stage in front of a packed theater. So, I don't know much about this person, so if you don't, like me, let's learn a little bit about him. So, Curry is a regular in the New York City stand-up scene and has gained national attention through appearances on shows like The Late Show with Stephen Colbert and Comedy Central's Roast Battle. He's currently on the road for his Full Beans tour around the Northeast. The tour will go international in the fall with shows scheduled throughout the United States and Canada. So good for them. We'll see if this one sticks for her, and let's move on to the next one. Jason Oppenheim hasn't really shut down the idea of Christine Quinn coming back to Selling Sunset. This is very interesting. He said, quote, "I have nothing against her coming back. I think everything deserves a second chance." And he said this on June 13th. He said, "I think I would be on board, but that would be a group decision, not just up to him, the owner of said group." Okay, half owner of said group. The Oppenheim Group owner then made it clear, though, that the decision wasn't up to him. Nothing Netflix production and the rest of the cast would have to be aligned. So he said, "I would be for it if everyone else was. She's a dynamic woman. She is a great addition to said show," as we remember. Jason recently reunited with Christine, actually, at an event, which also included their Selling Sunset co-stars Nicole Young and Mary Fitzgerald. No shocker there that no one else was there. Christine was one of the OG cast members, if you remember, who appeared on the hit Netflix series since it debuted in 2019. She said, "I feel like I was the only one that understood the assignment." And she said this back in July of 2022, after she left. She said, "I was the only one that said, hey, this is a show and I'm going to give the world a show." She definitely understood the assignment. And since we're kind of on the topic of Christine, this article also went into kind of, I guess, for me anyways, an update on what's going on with Christine on the personal front. And she said that Christian, not Christine, subsequently filed for divorce from her after 2 years of marriage. That's it. Anyway, citing irreconcilable differences and seeking full legal and physical custody of their 2-year-old son. Are you fucking batshit? You threw, whether accidental or not, a bag of glass at your son, and you think a judge in their right fucking mind is going to give you sole and legal custody? You must be all the way fucking mad. Anyways, court documents obtained by Us Weekly 1 month later stated that Christine is also seeking sole legal and physical custody, because Christian's, quote, "actions and behaviors have put our son's health and well-being at risk." Absolutely. He apparently said that he never liked that her whole brand was about sex appeal. I didn't think she was like over the top with her sex appeal, but I think she's done things after the show that could lend to that, but who cares? Anyways, let's continue. And Christine would often have to lie about what partnerships or photo shoots she was doing so Christian wouldn't have a meltdown. Are you kidding? Listen, I'm going to PSA for men out there. I'm sure mostly women listen to this podcast, but in case there's any men out there who like the company of other women. We are not your property. You do not own us. You get, it's not a privilege. Sorry, it is a privilege to be in our presence, have our bodies. It is not something that is required. Okay. You're not entitled to any of it. So this type of behavior, it shows small dick energy. Okay. Just trust her. Yes, there are going to be men who are going to think your woman is good looking and whatever. Trust her. Because trust me, if you treat her well enough, if she loves you, she ain't gonna go anywhere. But the minute you start treating us like shit, as if we did something to deserve it, we're gone. And that's how it should be. And sometimes that's easier said than done, depending on how horrible and how toxic the environment is, but it's definitely possible. At some point, hopefully. But PSA over. Let's continue. So, yeah, this insider noted all of this, also including that Christine Koh felt unsafe for a while. It has been toxic for several months, and Christine has been in distress. It's going to be a long and messy road ahead of them, as they both have restraining orders and are not in agreement on plans with their son. So apparently earlier in the month, Christine received a permanent restraining order against Christian. During a hearing about the case, Christian's attorney, Alexandra Kazarin, did not enter a plea on his behalf. Instead, they requested another hearing on July 26th. Christian was released from court with orders not to have any contact with Christine. Yeah, told him that last time. Did he listen? No. Anyways, no contact with her or their son, and to stay 100 yards away from them and their once shared Los Angeles home. So hopefully he listens this time. I mean, he didn't listen last time. Just based on the kind of person this man seems to be, well, we'll see. And July 26th, at the time of this recording, is just a little over a month away, so we'll see. The next piece of hot goss, and this is the last one, then we'll head into the reason we're here. So the Golden Bachelor star Gary Turner filed for divorce back in April, as we know, and he listed April 12th as the date of separation. So the Golden Bachelor stars Gary Turner and Teresa have struck a divorce settlement. According to court documents obtained by ET, Gary and Teresa struck a settlement on June 4th in Indiana's Pike Circuit Court. The 9-page document notes that the former couple tied the knot on January 4th, 2024, and, quote, lived together as husband and wife until April 12th of 2024, at which time certain irreconcilable differences heretofore arisen between the parties culminated in their separation. The court documents state that the parties have each entered into a written agreement that settles any and all contested issues arising out of the parties' dissolution of marriage. They've also agreed to waive a final hearing and requested that the court enter a dissolution decree as such, meaning they are one step closer to finalizing their divorce. Well, there you go. I wish them the best. It's really a good thing that they ended up getting that prenup, huh? Honestly, it wouldn't even matter because they were only married for 4 months. There's not a whole lot you're gonna obtain throughout the duration of your marriage anyways. So this is a very simple process. But anyway, that's it for the hot goss. Let's move on to the reason that we are here. MILF Manor Season 2, Episode 8, MILFless. So Barbie's like, a man with a penis will do what a man with a penis will do. Truest words I think I have ever heard. It's true. And I think in this case we're talking about, what were we talking about? I can't remember. Oh, Anthony. That's who we were talking about. Because Anthony has pissed everybody off. Anyways. So we are on the date with Anthony, Rebecca, Joey, and Shauna, if you remember. we're going to be doing body paint. And Joey is like, listen, I still have trauma from the last date that I had to go on with my dad. So he's like, I'm looking for the damn exits because I don't want to do this again. But they will be having their own separate sections to do body paint, but they are still going to be in the same room together, but they are doing their own little thing with the body paint. So meanwhile, we see Connor and Kelly on a mini date of their own, and she is going to be moving on with Connor. Sorry, Joey. What I find with this this season of MILF Manor is we're so quick to move on to the next. Just because they go on a date with somebody else. Like, what? It's real interesting. Anyway, but she's like, I want to find love, she says. I'm drawn by energies. I mean, you're cute, but the energies are important. What? Okay. Okay. Um, I'm sure it has everything to do with his energies. But anyways, she's like, you're hot, but I mean, your energy. And she's like, what are you? She said, yeah, she's like, what are you? And he's like, well, maybe a dreamer. He's like, I want to make the world healthy. And I guess that makes him a dreamer. Oh, yeah, anyway. Back. So at the house, Barbie and Chris are doing body shots off of each other. And he is like, I clean these counters, so these counters are clean. Sir, the counters are not the issue. I'm not concerned whether or not the counters are clean. I'm more concerned if you're clean. I'm sorry, but I am not taking a body shot out of a man's belly button. Not even my man's belly button. Because I don't know really and truly, you know what I mean? I mean, no. I mean, maybe. No. No. It's just, no. I don't know. And back at the date, or back to the date now. He said, Anthony, he likes Rebecca. He says, he's like, I like her so much that I kind of feel bad for Lynette. I'm sorry, what? You went on one date, barely. You haven't even completed said date. And you're already over here being like, I'm really sorry for Lynette. This is the problem, okay? All of you men out there are like, I really want a good girl. And then you get said good girl. But as soon as the loud, annoying, childish version of what you think you want comes along, it doesn't work. Seriously, I cannot stand Rebecca. I can't. She is a 48-year-old woman acting like she's still 18. Dresses like she's still 18. Does her makeup like she's still 18. What the fuck? But you'd rather be with her over someone who has her shit together. Like, I'm so confused. Men, explain. I'm so confused. Anyway, he tells Joey, don't look over here. Don't look over here. He's like, I'm not really even paying attention to you. So the fact that you keep thinking that I'm paying attention to you, what the fuck? Anyway. Then he kisses her with paint, I think on her butt, if I remember correctly. I can't remember. And then he puts, then he does something to her butt. He kissed her, but he did something to her butt too. I can't remember. And then he's on top of her. Anthony is on top of Rebecca. It's the weirdest fucking thing. Like, you see Shauna and Joey being actually quite respectful of each other. And then you see this. It's honestly because I questioned why people thought that Joey had any kind of maturity, and he's still 21. Like, his maturity, if this is maturity now, I think we're okay. Because when you see him beside Anthony in this moment, whoa, he is definitely a lot maturer than his 50-something-year-old father. And it is a thing too. before when they were talking about their darkest secrets and stuff, and that he had to win because he has daughters. So this is okay. And if this is okay, the fact that you couldn't share your dirty little secret because you have daughters, this is okay. Acting a fucking fool with this woman who you barely fucking know, this is okay. Okay. Whatever. I'm just saying, keep the same fucking energy throughout. Anthony, at the end of this episode, by the end of this episode, you are officially on my shit list, and I don't think I'm ever going to come back with you. Lynette can do way better than you. Anyway, let's continue. Yeah. So yeah, he says, like, after being on top of her, he says, Joey, you're going to need therapy after this. No fucking shit. Yes, he probably is going to need therapy after this. But meanwhile, Joey and Shauna, like I said, are very conservative. She is into art because her dad was an artist himself. And sad, her dad died when she was 7. So she's lived longer without her father than she did with him. That is really fucking sad. But yeah, she was an artist, or he was an artist, sorry. And, you know, she's kind of built upon her love of it through her father. So I love that. But she says, you know, Joey, he has a great vibe and he's being a gentleman with me, especially when you see him contrast with friggin' Anthony. Yeah, he's a fucking gentleman. What the fuck? It's just, I don't get it. Anyway, meanwhile, we go back to the house and we are trying to deal with this love triangle that Christina has herself in. But Crystal thinks that David is more of her type. And then the datas show up with the body paint all over them, obviously. And Anthony and Rebecca are just, they're too much. I'm fucking over it. I'm fucking over her. I'm fucking over him. I'm over it. And poor Lynette is like, he is all about her. Like, what the fuck? And she's like, just come in a little bit more respectful knowing I'm in this fucking house. Right? Fair. But they're going to be going into the hot tub, the daters are. So that's what they're going to be doing. Before they do, Anthony does say to Lynette, got a minute? Can we talk? Because he's like, I feel so hurt seeing her upset. You don't give a shit because you literally 2 seconds ago said you feel bad for Lynette, but then you come back into the house, see that she's probably upset and knows this is probably going to give you a bad fucking look once this airs, that you decide you need to talk to her because you feel bad. You're such a bullshitter. You're a bullshitter. And as far as I'm concerned, if Lynette saw what we all did at this date, she also probably would have said that is bullshit. Like, come on. So he asks her, do you trust me? Trust isn't, I mean, for some people move differently with trust. Some people trust until otherwise proven, which that is what Lynette says to him. That's kind of where I lie as well. But I feel like he's already broken it. She just doesn't realize that he's already broken it because she wasn't a fly on that wall during that date. If only. And again, other people move with trust in a sense of, you don't get my trust until you've earned it. So, you know, everyone moves differently with trust. But it's just, I don't know. I feel like he already lost the trust. She just doesn't really know it yet. Ugh. But he says, you know, we're here to meet people. So I'm sorry, Anthony, I thought it was prior to Rebecca and Shauna coming into the house that you were all in on Lynette. As soon as a shiny new toy comes in, you're no longer just about Lynette. It's now, or we're meeting other people, right? No, this is the equivalent of like Sean telling Aaliyah, oh, I thought we were in an open relationship. It's the same fucking equivalent. Maybe not as bad because they're not actually in an actual relationship at this point, but it's just that equivalent of, well, I thought we were, you know? Like, anyway. So she tells him in this moment, though, no, I'm not. You're the only person that I am interested in. If this doesn't work, like, what's the point of me saying, kind of thing? And he says, I don't want to give up on us. So can we keep trying? So he's just going to play both sides. And we're going to see how much he's going to play both fucking sides in a second. It just gets worse. But she says, okay. And then he goes and takes a shower so he can go into the hot tub with everybody else. So before that, though, Kelly Mack is going to be doing a little mini date of her own with Darren. She is trying to get a kiss. Okay, because things are moving too fucking slow. Okay. And she kind of like draws a bath and all that. So that's kind of what they're going to be doing. And then she comes into the room to get him, and she's wearing lingerie, very tasteful lingerie, but she's wearing lingerie. And he says, okay, I don't need the crutches because I got a third leg. May I remind you, Sam's in the room. Okay. Sam's like, oh, for fuck's sakes. He's like, listen, you don't need to do that. Okay. There's so many things you can't say. Those are things that you shouldn't say in front of your son. And Darren literally says, like, well, you said some crazy things, I'm sure, in front of me and your mother. Not the same thing. He is your kid. You are his parent. It's worse. Okay. It's worse. And he's like, yeah, but not talking about added appendages. Like, are you kidding? Like, no. I'm with him. You didn't need to include the fact that you now have a bony, so you don't need to include that. You just didn't need to. Anyways, so they are now in the tub, and he gets like emotional, talking about his feelings for her, like, and it's really great to see. And then they do kiss. Yay. Now listen. I don't think there's a lot of couples here who are actually going to last after this, but I definitely see the potential with Darren and Kelly Mack. And I did with Anthony and Lynette, but not anymore because Anthony gone fucked up. Anyway, now we are in the hot tub with the daters, and Joey is digging Shauna. He says, Rebecca feels they are not in with the other girls, but you just got here. You just got here. You know what I mean? They're territorial. We should all know women can be territorial. And just give them a minute. I mean, at least a minute when it comes to Shauna. I don't know about Rebecca. Rebecca's burning fucking bridges. That's what she's doing. So you're never going to get in with the girls. Anyway. Anthony says, they're just threatened by you. Okay? Because you're the prettiest ones here. Let me say that again. Anthony, who has been with Lynette for most of this, literally just said, you're the prettiest ones here, so they're threatened. Fuck you. Okay, Lynette is gorgeous. Christine, whatever her name is gorgeous. Barbie is gorgeous. Are you kidding? If any of these men saw her pinups from before, douche. You know what I mean? She is gorgeous. Kelly Mack, gorgeous. Everyone is gorgeous. Fuck, Shauna is too, okay? But Rebecca, I'm not saying she's not, but she is no more prettier than any of the other women who are already in this house. Okay? And for him to say, oh, you're just the prettiest ones here, when you've been connecting with Lynette prior to this is fucking disrespectful. Fuck you, Anthony. I am so done with this fucking guy. Anyway, Joey says, listen, I think Lynette is better for my dad because she's so wholesome. She's a woman that also just knows what she wants. And we can see how Rebecca really doesn't know what the fuck she wants in a minute. And he says, like, I just think Lynette's better for my dad. However, he's like, if you want to explore it with Rebecca, fine. I personally think my girl's still stuck in her 20s. But if you want to explore that, fine. But don't be exploring both of them at the same time. You're stringing them along. Again, how is this 21-year-old more aware than his father who was in his 50s? Unfucking believable. Anyways. But that's basically that with the date. We're going to take a quick break here, and when we come back, we will jump in with the second half of MILF Manor. So I have another song for you guys to take a listen to. It's by the artist named S.S. Yoon. That's Y-O-O-N. And it is for the song called Like I Can Fly. I got this single from the PodSafe music directory on the World Podcast Network. So I am going to play the song for you now. And you can also go down to the show notes where you can find two different links. One link will take you to the PodSafe music directory for the song, and there is also another link to their Spotify as well. I hope you enjoy.
I feel something new inside of my chest. I see flowers every step I take. I've gone away, so goodbye rain. I smile every second of the day since I have known your name. What's this peace that I've been feeling lately? I was told that love would make me crazy, but it's not like that. You give me safety, to call you my baby. I have found the one, 'cause you feel so right. It's the days love grows, making me feel like I
And I am back. So it's the next day, and we have a text coming in because we got a new challenge. The men all need to wear their sexiest underwear that you own. So they go outside of the backyard, and we see, y'all, they got 7 fucking glory holes that they have to stick something into. Barbie hopes it's their dicks that they're going to be sticking into these glory holes because that's what you do with a glory hole. But it's not. It's actually going to be their butts. They're going to be sticking their butts into these glory holes, and women are going to have to, like, guess whose butt is whose. So the women will all be blindfolded while one woman is not blindfolded, checking to see whose butt is whose. Darren will not be participating in this because he can't stand for very long. So that's what they're going to be doing. And I wrote, what the fuck is Chris wearing? My guy is wearing a thong, which is whatever. But when your ass is that fucking hairy, I don't know, my guy. I really don't. I really fucking don't. Also, I'm not really used to hairy butts. My man does not have a hairy butt. Something to do with men in warmer climates are not like ridiculously hairy. My ex wasn't hairy either, but like, I'm not really used to hairy butts. Not saying that I haven't had a hairy butt, I'm sure, but like, I don't have to see your hairy butt. You know what I mean? I mean, might touch it, but like, I mean, points for boldness, I guess, but I don't know about the butts in the glory fucking holes. I really don't. Anyway, so Becca is first, and Rebecca bites David's butt. Ma'am, I don't think you should be biting any man's butt. You don't know where the fuck their butt's been. And you're just gonna start biting butt? And TLC, I'm sorry, is there a theme with the butt biting? Like, you have fucking Joey biting butts. I actually don't even know if he bit Kelly's butt yet, but Shauna, look out, he's gonna come bite your butt next. And then we have fucking Rebecca biting butts. What is going on? Anyways, so yeah, she kind of, in her order, I don't know if I do the order with everybody. I think initially I did that, and I'm like, ah. And then I kind of just went like, whatever. So I think the actual order of the men, if I remember correctly, I think I got lost after Chris, but I think it was Sam, David, Joey, Chris, and then I got lost after Chris, like I said. I think after that was Connor, either Connor, Stacy, or Stacy Connor. I know Anthony was at the end. Did I miss anybody? I think I got everybody. So she says Sam, then David, then Joey. Oh no, I think I should did it in the order. Anyways, Connor says he doesn't like getting his butt grabbed. That was my ex too. He didn't like getting his butt grabbed. But listen, if you can grab my butt, I can grab yours. That's how this works. I do with my boyfriend all the time. He doesn't particularly like it, but he deals. Because that's what I told him. You do it to me, so it's only fair. Like, the fuck. Anyway. Yeah, I think I did the order of the men. So, yeah, then Stacy, then Anthony. So, yeah, I was pretty close. Who has his head covered the entire time? Anthony does, because he doesn't want to look at anybody as these women are grabbing their butts, particularly his son. Sir, you were literally just all over fucking what's her face during your date, telling Joey, don't look over here, you're gonna need therapy afterwards. But you can't look at your son in the face while these women are grabbing your butts through a glory hole. Okay. I'm just trying to understand. Anyways, Darren says he knows exactly who this butt belongs to, but number one, he knows exactly that it's Sam's. He said that Sam has always had a big butt. He actually struggled to wear jeans in school. He had to wear gray sweatpants because, well, if maybe his dick's not that big, his butt sure was. Poor thing. And my takeaway from this too is that everyone seems to have guessed Chris's butt correctly. So y'all just know he's a hairy man, I guess. But anyways, when Kelly Mack touches Sam's butt, it made Darren feel very uncomfortable. And he's like, I just refrained from saying anything because I didn't like it. So when Christina goes next, Christina tickles Joey's butt. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. But then she thinks Sam's butt is Joey's butt. And in retaliation, bites Sam's butt thinking it's Joey's. And they do know, I think as Sam said, she's biting my butt. But Joey's like, I'm the best biter of butts, or like, you can't, I'm the best one here. But she was trying to retaliate against Joey and bite Joey's butt. Instead, she bit Sam's. Anyways. And I wrote, why is Anthony wearing a leather underwear? But anyways, Crystal is just touching up butts instead of actually doing the assignment at hand and picking who's fucking who. And I think it was David or Connor, one of them said that she was the handsiest, Crystal was. So Kelly says scratch and sniff. We're talking about fucking butts. And my girl says scratch and sniff. Jesus. Anyways. And yeah, so then Barbie knows exactly whose butt is her man's butt. And she picks the right butt and then kisses his butt. I don't even know anymore. Anyways. I just can't. Anyway. So now they do the reveal of who's who and whatever. And Christina's like, oh shit, I picked the wrong one. I thought that was Sam. Or sorry, I thought that was Joey because she thought that Joey had a bigger butt and that Sam's butt is actually more on the smaller end. But according to Darren, that's not true. Unless his butt shrunk. I don't know. But anyways. Crystal is like, damn, Stacey, you got the biggest butt here. And Christina is like, I am into BDSM and I see Anthony has leather underwear. That's kind of hot. Well, let's just add you to the mix now too, Christina. Shit. Anyway, but the winner of the challenge is Barbie. So of course that means that Chris and Barbie are going on a date. And she's like, I'm a boho girl. No. No. Fuck's sake, no. Anyways. And the next thing we see Anthony is cooking tonight for Lynette. And he's like, I'm just trying to, make things a little better with her. Make some chicken for her, chicken dinner. And he just wants her to know that he still has feelings for her. Meanwhile, Rebecca is with David and Connor, just the three of them. And they're deciding to go have a little fucking threesome in the steam room. Not an actual threesome, but you know what? It could lead to that. Who the fuck knows? And yeah, Christina's like, what the fuck? Like, you seem to have been in line with Anthony, but now I see you talking up David and Connor. And you weren't really paying much attention to David before, but now you are. Like, at least with Connor, like, you guys, you talk to him, but, I guess you talk to everybody, but I do feel like some of these women have missed the assignment. Explore. She just got into the house. You do need to explore your options. But I feel like Rebecca, she's a lot. But anyways, she's like, I'm a girl's girl. So you just don't do things like that to other girls. What? I'm going to remind you, everybody. I'm not saying that she's not. But need I remind everybody? It was deserved. But she did sell out what's her face? Sparkles, whatever the fuck her name was. Jamie, was that it? You sold her out the minute you found out she had a boyfriend. Right? Was that you being a girl's girl? Because as soon as, you were told don't say anything, you ran to Lynette and told her, I made Lynette do your dirty work. That's, is that you being a girl's girl? I'm confused. Anyways, it was funny. But then, while we're seeing all of this shit fucking unfolding, we see fucking Anthony, who apparently cooked fucking dinner for Lynette to make her feel better, then says to fucking Rebecca, he literally, I kid you the fuck not, literally says to Rebecca, I got food here for you. What? The fuck, you say? No, she can get some crab fucking dinner. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm so confused. He literally made Stacy move so he could put Rebecca on the other side of him. So it's literally Lynette, Anthony, and then it would have been Rebecca. He is literally trying to create two different dates at the same fucking time. Fuck you. Shit list. Are you fucking kidding me? And everyone who's kind of seen this kind of unfolding is like, that's not going to go over well. This is not going to go over well. Everyone can see this is not going to go over well, except for him. This is so dumb. He wants his cake and eat it too, and I'm not fucking about it. And I think Lynette shouldn't be fucking about it. I think Lynette should say, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck you. Fuck everybody. I'm out. I don't want her to leave. I like her. But Anthony is fucking with her. It's so bullshit. But anyway. So yeah, he's literally trying to create a threesome as well. Not that kind. But she basically ditches Anthony to go into the steam room with Connor and David. But I think she too is trying to create a thing. She says like, yeah, she's into Anthony, but you know, she's gonna do her at the same time, right? So yeah, Lynette is like, I'm kind of happy that she didn't do it because in a sense, like, he kind of deserves it. He does deserve it. And you know what? To make this even better, you could do like a Monica and Brandy, the boy's mind type situation, and you both ditch him. So, but Kelly is like, what the fuck is happening here? First you went on a date with Anthony. Now I see that you're doing a threesome in the steam room with David and Connor, for which when they went into the steam room, David's literally like, excuse me, I'm gonna close this. Thank you. Which I guess that's what you're supposed to do anyways. Otherwise, the steam is all coming out. But I mean, it has openings on the bottom and the top anyways. Like, I mean, you can't not. You'll die. But it's like, really? But yeah, she's like, what the fuck is happening? And Kelly's like, Rebecca is what we call thirsty in California. Kelly, you are also thirsty. We saw you in the first season. And you've been pretty thirsty here too. Anyway, that's basically it for this episode. But next time on, I probably see the date. Oh, we see Barbie and Chris's date. And then we play Truth or Dare, where Stacy decides he wants to take his chance with Shauna. I mean, I don't see him making those moves with Crystal. I'm just saying. And then we see Anthony and Rebecca in the Realfie room, for which Lynette sees that they're in the Realfie room, and she says, I'm not fucking doing this. And I don't think she fucking should. And then we see Kelly confronting Rebecca and Connor in the hot tub to basically say, bitch, listen, what is up with you? What do you want here? Anyways, that's basically it for this episode of MILF Manor. Yeah, that's it for this episode. So if you like what you heard, please rate, review the podcast on either Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Also, don't forget that you can also share us with everyone in your life if you really love this. And I do want to read those reviews. I'm definitely getting 5-star ratings, but I want to read those reviews. So send me those reviews and I will read those 4 and 5-star reviews on the podcast. Also, we're on every one of your favorite podcast apps. Every one of them, including, you can find us on YouTube at Reality Tea Times 2. If you want to connect with us, you can do so by going to either Facebook or Instagram at Reality Tea Times 2. You can also find us on Twitter, TikTok, Reddit at Reality Tea Times 2 pod. We also have our email, which is at realityteatimes2 at hotmail.com. Definitely want to hear from you guys. And we also have our new website where you can listen to all of these episodes. You can review the podcast on there as well. You can connect with me in any way, all the stuff. It's all there, and you can find me there at www.realityt2, all spelled out, .podpage.io. It's there. And don't forget, I also have my other podcast with my friend Mikkel, Next Take Podcast, where we talk about all kinds of different topics. But you can find us on any of your favorite podcast apps over there as well. Or you can also go to YouTube, and you go to Next Take Podcast, as well as our website, which is solo.to/Next Take Podcast. So yeah, there's that, and that's basically that. And again, don't forget, if all of this information is overwhelming, we do have all of the links, everything in our show notes. But that is it for now, guys. Thanks. Bye.